Welcome to the full Hardest Weekmare guide. In this video, me and Paren will cover everything from the exit mode until Hardest Daymare and finally Hardest Weekmare from 5 shows at Wario's Director's Cut, or FSAW for short. I will also explain how to skip to these game modes if you don't want to play the game fully. So without further ado, let's begin the guide. The exit is a campaign mode that is unlocked after progressing through the game, and you can try to play standard mode or Nightmare Day if you wish to get used to the exit more easily instead of jumping straight to Hardest Weekmare. The good thing about Nightmare Day is that when you die, a switch appears that says display room click location, which will help you navigate the house more easily. But in Hardest Weekmare, there's no display, where you'll have to rely on your muscle memory instead. You may watch this tutorial on how to beat Nightmare Day made by Fantasy Jared. This is recommended, but not necessary. But how do you unlock the exit? To unlock the exit, you either play through the game normally, which, if so, please refer to this 3.5 hour full playthrough. Otherwise, you'll have to open the game, watch a cutscene until text appears, close the game, go to percentage app data, percentage with Windows key plus R if you're on Windows, then to MMFA applications and opening the 5 shows at Wario save file with a text editor and copy pasting the text in the description. So you have everything unlocked alongside every character at 20 for Hardest Weekmare. And yes, you have to show that they are all on 20 for proof after completing Hardest Weekmare. Now that I've explained what the exit mode is and how to unlock it, Paren is going to explain the house layout.
You begin the night in the attic, and you can go to the balcony, the living room, and the bedroom. To enter the living room, click the window in front of you. To enter the balcony, click on the bottom left corner. To enter the bedroom, click on the ladder in front of you on the ground. Now for the living room, you can go back to the attic or go to the kitchen. To enter the attic, you click on the right window. To go to the kitchen, you click anywhere at the bottom of the screen. In the kitchen, you can either go back to the living room or go to the entrance. To enter the living room, you click on the door on the right of the screen. To enter the entrance, you click on the bottom left of the screen. In the entrance, you can go to the kitchen, the balcony, or the hallway. To enter the kitchen, click on the right side of the screen. To enter the balcony, click on the door on the left side of the screen. To enter the hallway, click on the stairs. In the balcony, you can go to the attic or to the entrance. To go to the attic, click anywhere at the bottom of the screen. To go to the entrance, click on the left side of the screen. In the hallway, you can go to the bedroom or the entrance. To go to the bedroom, click on the bottom of the screen. To go to the entrance, click on the red door. In the bedroom, you can go to the bathroom, hallway, or attic. To enter the bathroom, click on the bottom left of the screen. To enter the hallway, click on the bottom right of the screen. To enter the attic, click on the stairs at the top of the room. In the bathroom, you can only go back to where you were. To go back to the bedroom, click on the bottom of the screen.
Get that boring shit out of here. I am Doggoose and I'm here to explain all the characters in this game. So let's go. Alrighty, so in the attic, you will be dealing with Wario. Here are all the pictures with and without Wario on them, so you can know where to look for when dealing with them. All you have to do to deal with them is flash the correct picture with them on it, and that's it. Alright, in the room next to that, you'll have the living room, where you'll see Mario on the TV. There are 3 different channels. All you have to do is switch to the correct channel that Mario's on, unless you're Mario gambling. Next, you will have the kitchen, where you will deal with Waluigi. All you have to do is press space to throw a log into the fireplace, and then grab a match and strike it against the matchbox, and hover it over the fireplace to light it. In the room left of the kitchen, you will find the staircase which leads to Ashley, as well as Luigi's door. For Luigi, if you're doing hardest, you would never close this door, and it will cause advertisements to spawn the whole night. These advertisements can spawn anywhere on screen, and they will spawn at the same rate throughout the whole night. If you're not doing hardest, all you will have to do is close the door and no advertisements will spawn. If you were to click the staircase to the left of the Luigi door, it'll bring you up to the hallway where Ashley is. To deal with Ashley, all you have to do is turn the lights off if Ashley is there. Once the lights are off, you have to turn them back on in the attic. The fastest path to get back to the attic is clicking the bottom of the screen, which will bring you back to the bedroom, and then the top right of the screen on the ladder, which will bring you back to the attic. Then, you will press the big turn on power button to turn the power back on. As another tip, if you go to the bedroom in the dark, you can still wind Toad's music box while in there, which is very useful for Hardest Daymare. Other than that, there are really no other actions you can do in the dark. I mentioned Toad before when talking about Ashley, but just for clarification, Toad is a music box found in the bedroom. You must wind their music box to push them below the bed. You can also wind Toad in the dark, as I said, when you turn off the lights for Ashley. If you were to click the door to the left of the staircase, it'll bring you to the balcony where Bowser is. To deal with Bowser, all you have to do is shock them once they are touching the electric fence. There are multiple stages that Bowser progresses in, and here is each stage of Bowser's progression. Directly behind the bedroom is the bathroom where you will deal with Yoshi. They will spawn at different parts in the night, which will be explained in the strategy. To deal with them, all you have to do is stare at them in the bathroom until you see a large white flash, meaning they have left. And that's all the characters. In order to beat Hardest Daymare / Weekmare, you will need to memorize the script and improvise the order of certain characters depending on different RNG elements, which will all be explained in TR's strategy. I want to thank TR for letting me do the voiceover on this section, and I'm gonna go look for some games on someone's phone now, and just fuck around, y'all. So, bye!
But first, what is Hardest Weekmare? Hardest Weekmare is Hardest Daymare 5 times in a row without dying. Which means that if you die in any of the days, you have to restart from day 1. This adds up to a total of 25 minutes to survive all days. And what exactly is Hardest Daymare? Well, Hardest Daymare is surviving the exit with all characters on 20 while not letting any character breach. And not closing the door a single time on Luigi, forcing you to close ads throughout the whole day. Now for a bit of a Max Mod history lesson, Hardest Daymare was verified by Raze, but his strategy was not consistent enough for Hardest Weekmare. Paren wanted to try to beat Hardest Weekmare for a whole year, while once I noticed the mode existed, I decided to finish what Raze started and spend 1 month developing a strategy for it, which ended up with me verifying the mode on 12th of April of 2024 and then making a tutorial video preparing to beat it. But enough of this. This is boring, right? Let's get to the strategy. Before I start explaining the strategy, I just need you to understand what gambling Mario and compromising Bowser means. Gambling Mario is a method to solidify Mario's timer by changing it to an incorrect one, so next time you get there, he will be there if you gambled correctly. For compromising Bowser, it basically means if Bowser is on his second last stage, you proceed normally with the cycle, you wind Toad last, you go deal with Yoshi, and then you go to instantly shock Bowser and proceed normally with the script. That's the only improvisation you need. Okay, so first of all, this might sound weird or look weird at first, but I'm going to explain this in a timeline way. So on the bottom right corner is the full script, but you don't have to look there. I'm not going to show the full script while explaining. Above will be the letters of the character, so here would be Mario, Toad, Wario, Waluigi, Mario, Toad, Yoshi. And below would be the seconds, so 0 seconds at the start, 25 seconds when you leave Toad and go to Wario, 34 seconds when you leave Waluigi and go to Mario, 50 seconds when you stop winding Toad and go to Yoshi, and 55 seconds when you leave Yoshi. So you start off by going to Mario to change to the correct channel, then going to wind Toad until 25 seconds, then deal with Wario, Waluigi, leave Waluigi at 34 seconds, change Mario's channel to the correct one, go wind Toad until 50 seconds, and at 50 seconds stare down Yoshi until 55 seconds. And then you would deal with Wario, gamble Mario's camera, deal with Waluigi, check Bowser to shock them once they touch the house. If not, wait until they touch the house and shock, but turn off the lights. Go wind Toad for 8 music notes or until around 125. And turn on the lights, do a WMW cycle, You don't need to change Mario's channel if they are on the correct one, because you just gambled successfully. Check Bowser at the end. Wind Toad until about 145, then deal with Yoshi. After dealing with Yoshi, you go straight to doing a WMW cycle and checking Bowser at the end. Hopefully he's touching the house. If not, you have to compromise and wind Toad less here. Here you would wind Toad until 217. If you have to compromise, you would wind until like 214, around that time, and then go instantly shock Bowser. Then you will do another WMW cycle. Check Bowser at the end. Wind Toad until 240. Then deal with Yoshi, and then proceed normally with a WMW cycle. You would also gamble Mario here, because it's 251. You gamble, you proceed with the WMW cycle. You turn off the lights for Ashley, then wind Toad until 310. Then do another WMW cycle, check Bowser at the end. Then wind Toad until 337 or less, depending if you have to compromise or not. And then you deal with Yoshi, do a WMW cycle. And now, something that might be confusing, you check Bowser before Toad if you haven't checked Bowser in a long time, or after if everything's been going well with the script. Now in this case, Bowser was on the second to last stage, so I had to compromise. I wound Toad 5 music notes, then went to instantly shock Bowser because checking Yoshi was not on the script in this section. Then do a WMW cycle. Wind Toad until 430. Deal with your last Yoshi, and depending on the last time you checked Bowser, you check Bowser before or after this. And then you do the last WMW cycle. You don't need to gamble Mario here. You instantly shock Bowser. You don't even need to check. You turn off the lights, wind Toad until you win, or go change Mario to the correct channel if you've lost too many gambles. And that's how you win Hardest Daymare. Now you just need to do this 5 times in a row. Good luck.
And that concludes the final Hardest Weekmare tutorial. If you're still struggling with the mode after watching this guide, you may comment any of your questions or message either of us on Discord for further help. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, consider liking and subscribing to TR18, who did most of the work with this tutorial to provide this guide to newer players. Your support will be greatly appreciated and increase the chances of either of us to make more projects such as this one. We'd also like to thank all the players who were pioneers before Hardest Weekmare was thought to be possible. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on your completion video.